I love this story. So 24 hours after Kamala Harris and her VP pick, Governor Tim Walz, held a historic rally in Pennsylvania, the folks over at Fox News were forced to report on some historic updates, some new developments in the campaign, and they sounded like they were being held hostage while reporting these numbers. They did not want to share this news with the audience because obviously they don't like when good things happen to Democrats. I want to show you this clip of the Fox News reporters reporting on this, but first, I want to break down JD Vance speaking in Detroit today. He was asked a simple question: what makes you smile? Because you're always so serious, and this should have been a layup answer for him. You obviously say, well, my family makes me smile, my dog makes me smile, but he immediately lashes out at the media in a Trumpian fashion. We'll talk about it after the clip. Watch.
A little bit different here. You've been criticized as being a little too serious, maybe angry sometimes. What makes you smile? What makes you happy?
Well, I smile at a lot of things, including bogus questions from the media, man. I mean, look, I think if you watch a full speech that I give, I actually am having a good time out here, and I'm enjoying this. But look, sometimes you got to take the good with the bad, and right now I am angry.
He has really taken the Trump school of politics. When you get a question from the media, even if it's a simple, decent question like that, you immediately lash out at the reporter, and it seems like he didn't even want to do it. He called the dude man. He said, I laugh at a lot of things, man, even bogus questions. It wasn't even that bogus, and if he had any political instinct in him, he would say, my family makes me happy, but of course he didn't do that because he's a weirdo. We also have this clip of Pete Buttigieg just completely shredding Donald Trump and talking Tim Walz up at the same time. I had to share this. Watch.
Really excited. Like you said, she had so many great directions she could go in. She also has found an extraordinary partner who has brought that joy immediately to the campaign trail, and somebody who I think sets up this ticket and this campaign even more than was already true to be about all of us. That's the thing I'm really excited about. As you showed, he has such a compelling story, such an interesting biography, classroom teacher, many years in the military, football coach, and then a very effective member of Congress and governor. But one thing you notice right away about him is that it's not about him. I was thinking about what those different experiences have in common: being a teacher, being a coach, being a senior non-commissioned officer. And what they all have in common is they're all about cultivating and supporting other people. And you can tell that's what he's about. And that's what this ticket is about.
Incredibly well said. And can I just point out that VP Harris and Tim Walz are holding a rally in Wisconsin right now as I make this video, and the crowd is chanting. The energy is amazing. I wrote, wow, 140,000 people at this rally in Trump units. Obviously a joke, but watch this clip.
Democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. Show me what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. Show me what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like.
This is truly what democracy looks like in every sense of the word. I mean, we have a group of people voting against fascism because they want to reject this MAGA movement. But Kamala HQ, the Twitter account that is boosting VP Harris every day and doing a great job, posted a video of Fox News, and it says, Fox, Kamala Harris and Tim Walz have raised $36 million in the first 24 hours since Walz joined the ticket. Listen to Kayleigh McEnany report this, and she's missing that usual layer of excitement in her voice. Listen.
Two lane rallies in the battleground state of Wisconsin. Kamala Harris and Tim Walz are set to hold a campaign event today. They are reportedly raising $36 million in the first 24 hours since announcing the ticket. Can
I just point out that JD Vance and Donald Trump keep pulling these weird political stunts. So yesterday, JD Vance held a solo rally in Pennsylvania the same day that VP Harris was slated to make her VP announcement, with the sole intention of pulling attention away from the Democrats event. But of course it didn't work because JD Vance has the charisma of an actual wet sock, and people would way rather tune into the energetic VP Harris and Tim Walz events. But I do want to break down this article from Forbes that brings us up to date on the campaign cycle fundraising. Trump versus Harris. Here's which campaign has raised more money as Walz pick fuels donations. And it's interesting. We see Donald Trump grow more and more unhinged as tentpole events happen in the election cycle. So, for example, Donald Trump was actually relatively disciplined after President Biden's bad debate performance. He kept quiet for a few weeks while the Biden campaign was shuffling around and kind of losing its grip, and then they ended the campaign. But as VP Harris pulls ahead in the polls, as VP Harris raises a historic amount of money, and as VP Harris picks a great VP, meanwhile Donald Trump's VP pick, JD Vance, sucks, you see him start to act more unhinged, more racist, go on more racist tirades. You can almost draw a direct correlation between the state of the campaign and Donald Trump's behavior. Like I said, if the campaign's going great for him, he's somewhat restrained, relatively restrained. This reads, former President Donald Trump ended the first 6 months of 2024 with more cash on hand than his opponents, even as President Joe Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris raised more money, though the most recent figures suggest Harris has widened the gap over Trump since Biden dropped out, and she has. We have some amazing new numbers. This $36 million overnight has closed the gap. So let's read the numbers. The Biden, now Harris campaign raised $284 million, and Trump's campaign raised $217 million in the first 6 months of the year. Trump ended June with a cash advantage over the Biden-Harris campaign, however, with $128 million on hand, to the Democrats, $96 million on hand. So about a $30 million cash advantage heading into the 7th month of the year. Initial numbers from July suggest Harris has erased Trump's cash advantage, with her campaign reporting it raised $310 million last month with $377 million in cash on hand. So that is almost $700 million in total, which also includes money raised by the DNC and other affiliated groups. And again, we have the DNC coming up in 2 weeks. That is another tentpole event that is going to raise us money. The Republicans already blew their convention, and they blew it talking about President Biden, somebody they're not running against. The Trump campaign reports it raised $138 million, only $138 compared to the Harris campaign's $310 million, sorry. So, the Harris campaign raised like almost double triple what the Trump campaign raised, and then they had $327 million cash on hand, so they already had $50 million less cash on hand compared to the Harris campaign. So you can see right here, the Harris campaign pulls ahead in the past month or so. Then, after Harris announced Walz as their vice president, they raised $36 million in the past 24 hours, only adding to their lead by $36 million. Biden's campaign committee was renamed for Harris when he dropped out and endorsed her. Many top donors are also bankroll independent political groups like super PACs, which aren't beholden to the FEC's $6,600 per person limit. But keep in mind, a lot of the money that's been donated has been from grassroots supporters, people like you, people like me, donating $50 to $100. I mean, we're not PACs or super PACs, so we just donate what we can, and that is good that most of the donations have come from voters that are energized and not millionaire, billionaire lobbyists. It shows that there is momentum on the ground with the average citizen. Also, a lot of these people were first-time donors. That is even better for obvious reasons. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you leave a like, comment a blue heart, hit that subscribe button. Most importantly, have a great rest of your day. I'll see you in the next video, and peace out.